Alright, it is time to do CSS battle. Let's start our stopwatch and go to CSSBattle.dev. We have some targety things. Okay, how do we want to do target things? I don't know. We're going to start with the background of the HTML being green. We're then going to set the border. Do I want to do that? Oh, I don't know if I want to do that. We're going to anyway. Border. 2, I don't know what it is, 20 pixels, solid. That color. Let's say border radius is 50%. We're going to say margin is 70, 110. 110. It's not right. Let's load our extension though and do that. So it's going to be more like 6110. And inside that, we're going to have a paragraph. It's going to have border 20 pixels, solid. That's going to be white. It's going to have a margin of 20. We need to add a paragraph. There it is. It's going to have a height of 80, 60. All right, now we need to make the bits that hide the other bits. How do we want to do that? I don't know. But we're going to turn, whoops. Let's go ahead and plus P selector, border radius 0. What do we need to do? So we see the thing, it's there. Margin, let's do minus 20, 0. Let's do minus 60, 160. Okay, we're starting to get something that is something we need. Let's do border 0. Let's do border left 20 pixels solid pound. And then let's say margin. Let's leave that one minus 160. Doesn't really matter. 160 because it has a height. And then 100. All right. 50. 40. 60. And then can we make the height more? Height 100. 200. Okay. I mean, that's okay. Let's say background 0. And then this is going to be green. There is one of our slots, whatever we're calling the thing through there. Then we're going to have another paragraph selector. We're going to grab it. We're going to rotate it 90 degrees. We're going to margin it. It's currently minus 160. What happens if it's minus 200? 0 minus 200, 60. That's where it kind of currently is. 200 is too much. 180. Its height needs to be less. Height 100. Okay. Now minus 140. 100. 100. That's not changing anything. 50. 0. Okay, 0 puts it up there. Can we pull it back down? Minus 50. I don't know where that went. Let's change its color. So instead of green, let's make it red so we can see it. Still can't see it. Oh, because that's minus 500. There, it's back. Okay, so that pushes it down though. Can we change this? Yes, we can. 60 looks right. Now let's just make its color correct. That might be a match. 287 characters is a lot. Also took 5.5 minutes to do. That's too much time. I don't know why my goal for all of these is for some reason right around 4 minutes. So 5.5 minutes is more time than I think it should take. There's a bunch of stuff in here that could be fixed. We're just gonna unit replace, minify, and submit so we have a score. 287 characters is a bunch. We used borders to make the circle. So everything to there, minus some of this stuff, everything to there is circle. So it's 133 characters to make the circles. I think we can be shorter using a radial gradient, but I'm just making stuff up. So let's try. Let's write down notepad a value so that we can actually remember it. 133, because I never remember values. All right, let's start again. Style. We're going to style the background of the HTML. It's going to be a radial gradient. We have to say background. Background, radial gradient. It's going to be 1Q for the aspect ratio. It's going to go, I think, from transparent 40 pixels, something like that, to white 60 pixels to transparent 80 pixels. Then it's going to go to the brown color 100 pixels. And then it's going to go back to transparent for 100. Actually, we don't need that at all. Okay. And then the default is going to be that. Okay. All these numbers are wrong. This must be 35 and 55. Nope. This must be 30. This must be 50. That looks right. And then the other one is probably 70 and 90. That looks right. So that's 103 characters. The previous one was 133. I know that because I wrote it down today. So that's a way to do that. Is that the best way to do that? It's a way. Of course, these can be Q values in theory. But there's a way to do the circles. You could, of course, get rid of this. Whoops, not that thing. Just this. And then instead of using transparent, use that. That's 2 characters shorter, technically. I don't know. Maybe we'll come back to that. Let's do it that way for now. Now, the interesting part here is the lines that come through here. So right now, our background is just this radial gradient thing. So we can reuse that in theory. Also, I made that on the body. Does it matter if I make that on the HTML? No. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and do something with the body. Caps lock, thank you. There's our body. So we're going to margin it in. Do we need to do that? I mean, yes, maybe. Maybe. I don't remember what my top margin was, 100? Must not have been. Must have been 60. And then let's say, excuse me, 190. And let's just make the background green for right now. I don't know if that's what it's going to end up as, or if we can do something else clever, but that's what we have for now. And if we take the outline away, we have most of our problem solved, but we need a little more. So let's have a paragraph tag. Let's put it in the DOM. Let's move our outline to our paragraph. It's this little dot that you kind of can't see way over here right now. Let's say margin 0. Of course, we have to have a height. Do we? I don't know. Rotate 90 degrees. There's that. Height, 60. Not big enough. 80. And then margin 50. 0. 150. That pushes everything down. Yet can't cheat with that today. Interesting. The margin's pushing in on the one on top as well. Okay, so let's say margin. One of the things that I was planning on doing was actually using scale here. Scale in X, I don't know. What if it's 1.5? Yeah, it doesn't help. It still needs a height. Still needs to be pushed down. Yeah, then when you start pushing it, it's pushing the other thing. I mean, we could translate it, but that's not very helpful. I don't like any of this. I mean, if I'm going to scale, I might as well not rotate, though. That's X. What if I just say margin 0? Then we have that. Why is that? Guess I have these exactly backwards. Moving down easily. Yeah, not easily. That moves everything down a little bit and kind of solves the problem, but doesn't really. 90, yeah, it's going to keep moving down. So the other way to do this is to not use an element like this at all. And we're about out of time. We're at 15 minutes. I mean, we could do this with gradients. Do we want to? Those have to be in the back. We could do something silly, like say G is that, and then say background is linear gradient it's going to be 90 degrees. It's going to be transparent. It's going to be green. And then it's going to be transparent. Then it's going to be, whoops, that's the wrong thing. Var, caps lock again. That. And then this needs to be 180 pixels. I think it's 190, right? 0 to 210 pixels. And then that can be 0. All these are off. 200, 180, still off. Oh, period. Also. 185, 182.5. See if we can get away with 2. And then 202. There's that. And then we say star selector. We say G is nothing. That's interesting. That is not what I expected. We say margin. Let's do this first. Outline. 1, 2, solid. Margin 10. Oh, you have to spell outline correctly if you want it to show up. There we go. Let's get rid of paragraph tag that we have up there. It's not helping us right now. Okay. All right, let's say margin 100. And then, why did that move that though? I don't understand that. Let's rotate 90 degrees. And let's make the top margin something like 50. Now we're getting closer. 50 on the sides, moves it down. I hate margins with rotated elements. 0, make that 50 again. Minus 50. 0. 0. 80. Now we're getting close. Okay, let's see where we are on that one. Close, 92, goes the wrong way, 88, and 88, nope, 12, nope, going the wrong way, 8, and 8. That looks right for that one. Now let's adjust this one if we can. Let's get rid of the outline. 172 goes the wrong way, 192, 190, and then 210, which moved this a little bit. Of course it did. Interesting. Let's see if that's a match. And we're at time. We're at 21 minutes. Yeah, it's 213 without any special stuff. Let's go ahead and unit replace, minify, submit, prettify. There's some pixel values. There's a bunch of pixel values that could potentially be replaced with Qs. There's not that many margins, and they're not very even numbers, so doing those with percents isn't going to be that useful, but there are a bunch of pixel values to replace. This will be somewhere around 200 once that's done. Not a great solution. That's what I got today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.